Well, welcome to the place that you are increased from inside out. And what you're hearing, it's not necessarily, what's out there in the market, the Christian market. Maybe formulas, things that we learn, and I do appreciate the church history, things that we learn, the inheritance that we got. Absolutely, we'll never push that away. But I also know that my Lord, it's a living God, and the river is a living water flowing. So I totally trust the Holy Spirit that He might do something brand new, something that never happened before. So while I learn about things, and that the Lord always He knows what He's doing. I want to give you this as something that's renewing all the time. Especially what we talk this month is dealing with so many types of souls. None of them is the same. Most of them complicated. Yes, I did complain to the Lord sometimes. Why do you send me only complicated people? I remember I had a friend, he's a pastor and kind of my age, and some years ago he explained our friendship this way. I think the Lord knows, he was saying, the Lord knows how much I can handle, and I was always getting the simple cases, and God would send to Val the hard cases. So some of them had to cast the demons, deal with stuff, and it was refreshing when I saw my friend explain that. I didn't think about to compare it that way. But yes, I did talk to the Lord sometimes. I do believe everyone has its complexity, because the soul of man was created like nothing else. It's the crown of creation. It's the value in there that made Jesus to come and give His life to save us, to save the soul, and bring it into a new creation. Not just a restored first Adam soul, but a brand new second Adam, Son of God soul. The soul of the Son of God. So we're looking today in to meet why, and the way I could describe her is that she has a perfect carnal mind, where everything comes like thousands of puzzles, and everything has to be arranged in the right place. It has to be explained in order to qualify for the fitting in the big puzzle. A perfect carnal mind. I realize when I talk to this type of people that you cannot use super simple matter of fact type of words and explanations. They don't buy that. They'll throw at you. Oh, I know what you're gonna say. Yeah, that's yeah. My parents, yeah, my uncles, yes, my professor. I know what you're gonna say. So you cannot go to these complicated minds with a simple thing. But of course, the Lord knows better. So why she found a yoga teacher, and probably it's still teenage years, and the yoga teacher became the mentor, talking about different universes, energies, different type of explanations that intrigued that young, perfect carnal mind. Got her into all kind of things to tap into. The parents are nominal Christians, pushing for good grades in school, of course, using the great talents like all the parents do, realizing this is kind of a special type of kid, kind of a prodigy kid, but not knowing how to deal with that, except, rules and regulations. Very complex, complicated even soul. Because the emotions and decisions are all relative to the power of the mind, which tries to control everything in this type of soul. So just want to bring something about mentorship, because there is, at a certain age, every kid it's looking for mentorship, more than just a parental consent, parental direction. It's more mentorship, oversight over the soul. Even if rebellion comes in and they still do whatever they want to do, they have also, they want to have a place to come back to, right? So mentors, but this type of young people that I'm talking about with why, she's very picky on what mentors can do, how they can satisfy the curiosity and the level of the mind. Not really just the typical religious, here's the verses from the Bible, you better believe, and this is it, it's simple. And it is simple and clear, but that's not something that that mind can receive. So some of them, these complicated, complex minds, they hear something and the Holy Spirit touches their heart, and somehow the mind submits to that encounter. But they will continue to be very inquisitive and try to understand things and set things in the right place. But some of these type of souls will take a long time, and they will have to be birthed. Born again, it has this, like the Apostle Paul said, that I gave you birth. I feel the birth pangs, so I can form Christ in you. So it's not like birthing the apostles' ideas and personality. It's to birth Christ in them. But he was used because he felt those pangs, those pains of birth. So why had this process of being born again through this mentorship. I was the right place, the right time. Very hard situation, difficult. See, for some people, you have the right words at the right moment, and a 5-10 minute conversation, it's enough. I remember spending nights, hours after hours after hours of discussion, because the way why I wanted to expose where the heart was. It took hours. And yeah, lots of coffee. So it was very very important at the same time to listen and let this complex mind kind of unroll all the thinking and everything that's it's doing, and absolutely was beneficial, because when why I got born again, she got a hold of a living Jesus for real, and she never let go of that. Well, Jesus never let go of that soul, but she never let go. She continued. She always knew that she got the Jesus that was birthed into her from that listening mentorship. So what's the Holy Spirit doing with these super minds? It always helps when I think about the soul as a garden, and some gardens have some exquisite type of plants, and so it's or they have lots of weeds, an exquisite number of weeds, and looking like very maybe powerful, big. So here's the garden, and the Holy Spirit. You know, no soul is too complicated for the Holy Spirit. Let me just clarify that it's not. But as you work with the Holy Spirit, you see the complexity of this, and I have so much more awe and respect and love for the Holy Spirit, for the way He worked with me, and He worked with everyone, but especially with this type of people. So yes, it's these gardens, complex gardens, they get plowed and cleansed, and that's huge garden. So what does it mean? It means there is lots of opportunity to plant the good seeds. So it's not like, well, it's not good to be complicated, you have to be simple. Well, it's not really your choice, isn't it? And just know this is an opportunity for the Holy Spirit to really increase, to put more inside the garden as He takes over. But also the complicated soil and these gardens, they have to continually work on this bringing to the cross the old life, because their ground is so rich and so ready to take all kind of seeds. So they seem to be in a work of the cross deeper than others. You know, Jesus loved the rich young man. He loved him. He saw the potential. But the rich young man was asked everything or nothing. Was asked to give everything. He was doing so much good work. He was really, he had lots of promises connected to his life for the future. But, you know, this is how God deals with this type of souls. So why I had to learn not to trust her logic, which was impeccable, perfect logic, but always expect the Holy Spirit, the whisper from the Lord. So not depend on herself. For some of us that, you know, we fail in so many things and our mind is not that exquisitely good. It's okay, I'm going to trust this word. But for one that really has explanations for everything, and the mind is calculating everything and all the options immediately, to really put everything on the cross and trust the Lord, it's a daily challenge of the cross. 1 Corinthians 1:18, for the message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved, it is the power of God. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise and bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. Bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. These are the smart guys, the smart people. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this age? I love that. The disputer of this age. Has not God made foolish the wisdom of this world? For since in the wisdom of God, the world through wisdom did not know God. See, that's hard to get through to this type of minds, because they try to really comprehend everything. See, through wisdom the world cannot and did not and cannot know God. Cannot have a relationship. That carnal mind cannot love with the love of God. It doesn't know how to do that. It pleased God through the foolishness of the message preached to save those who believe. Simple belief. This process of the cross in my friend in Y was so deep that I remember one time, and as she was looking to get married, and I was, of course, her mind was looking for the perfect guy, right? She had a dream, and in the dream she saw that perfect man showed up with everything that she ever wanted. Her comments were, I knew that was the devil, or from the devil. Wow. That doesn't have to be your experience. This is sharing what new creation, what the touch, what the encounter of the living Jesus does in people's souls. Everyone is in a different place, right? You might see the perfect guy, and or the perfect girl, and that's from the Lord. It's building the oneness for the marriage. Yeah, that might not apply to you. But I just want to show that the power of the cross that's working on that carnal mind and keeps it exactly where it belongs, on the cross, it brings an amazing Son of God, an amazing new creation manifested in that soul. And this is looking like Jesus, isn't it?